Ever felt that little pang of uncertainty when you think about having just a simple English conversation?
Oh, definitely.
Maybe you're picturing yourself, I don't know, ordering coffee on a trip or wanting to chat with someone online. You just think, am I missing some really basic stuff here?
That feeling is so understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah. It often comes down to, confidence with those fundamental everyday exchanges that really get conversations started.
And keep them flowing. Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, that's exactly what we're diving into today. We've got this YouTube video. It's called Simple English Conversation Practice, Listening and Speaking for Beginners. Right. And you can think of it as like a treasure trove of those essential bread and butter conversations you hear all the time.
Absolutely. This video, it offers a fantastic glimpse into the most foundational interactions in English.
So our mission for you listening.
Yeah, our goal here is to explore the core of these questions, these answers, the topics they cover. We want to help you get a solid understanding of these basics.
Kind of like a launching pad, right?
Exactly. A launching pad for more confident English communication down the line.
Okay, let's jump right in then. The video kicks off with the real essentials. Greetings.
Yep.
We hear a simple hello, then a casual hi.
Standard.
And then a really common opener, I think, in lots of situations. Can you help me?
Followed by that helpful reply. Sure, I can help you.
It's basic, but wow, think about how many doors that opens,
It really does. And what's interesting right away is how these initial greetings, they kind of set the tone, don't they? Hi often feels a bit more informal.
Right, like maybe with someone you know or just a relaxed place.
Yeah. And hello, while still common, it feels like it can be used more broadly, even in slightly more formal spots.
That makes sense.
And that immediate offer, sure, I can help you. That's such a classic example of how conversations often start with, well, a need or a request.
Sets a cooperative tone right away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it does. Then we move into those first steps of, getting to know someone, even just basically.
The icebreakers.
Exactly. We hear, do you speak English? And the answer is one a lot of learners can probably relate to. A little, but not very well.
So honest. And it sets realistic expectations, which is helpful.
It really is. Following that, we get the classic questions. How old are you now? I'm 30 years old.
And where do you live? I live in Los Angeles.
Standard introductory stuff.
Yeah, and these kinds of questions are just fundamental in those early stages, building a connection. They let us place someone.
Give them some context.
Right. Understanding their approximate life stage, where they're from. Notice how direct the answers are, too. Just factual.
Very factual.
And it's worth noting, asking about age so early. That might be less common in some other cultures.
Oh, that's a great point. So even simple questions can have those cultural nuances.
Definitely something to be aware of.
Okay. And then we get a more direct identity question. Are you American?
With the straightforward, no, I am not American.
Yeah. It shows how we often try to quickly understand someone's national background.
Exactly. It's just a natural human tendency, I think, to categorize, find common ground.
Mm-hmm.
And while nationality is obviously just one part of identity, it's often that initial point of curiosity. It can lead to more conversation about where you're from, your experiences.
Makes sense. Okay, moving on. The video touches on the act of learning itself. We hear, are you learning English?
Which gets a, yes, I am.
And then a really key question, why is it important? And the answer is so direct, so powerful. It's important for communication.
That really boils it down, doesn't it? The fundamental purpose.
It totally does. It just strips away everything else and focuses on the core, connecting with people, exchanging information.
What strikes you about how simple that answer is? Does it say anything about maybe the early stages of learning?
I think it shows that at a basic level, the drive is just that need, the need to understand and be understood. It's not about, grades or anything academic, just the practical need to connect.
That makes sense.
And right after that, we get that crucial little check-in to make sure the connection's actually happening.
I do understand.
Yeah, with the reassuring, yes, I understand. Seems so simple, but it's vital, right?
Oh, incredibly vital. It's such a small but effective tool for stopping misunderstandings before they start.
Totally.
It shows you're actively participating. You want to follow along. Think how many times a quick, do you get that? Or do you understand? Saves confusion later.
Definitely. Like an adjacency pair you mentioned before.
Exactly. A question that prompts a specific kind of answer.
Yeah.
Like confirmation.
Right. Okay, now we shift a bit into social interactions and checking on someone's well-being, sort of. We hear the polite question, how do I look? And the positive feedback, you look great.
That's a common one. Seeking a bit of reassurance in social settings.
Yeah.
And these kinds of exchanges, they play a big role in building positive vibes, offering a compliment, even a simple one like that. It strengthens rapport.
Makes the other person feel more comfortable.
Definitely.
And then we have that standard follow-up to a greeting. How was your day?
Ah, yes. With the polite, brief answer. My day was good, thank you.
Such a routine part of so many chats, isn't it?
It really is. It's a way of showing consideration, acknowledging the other person's day. Even a brief answer like, good, thanks, just keeps the social gears turning.
Right. And we also get a little peek into daily life with, did you go to the store?
And the simple, I went to the store. Very practical, everyday stuff.
Yeah.
These questions let you share recent activities. They can open the door to more detail, too, depending on, who you're talking to in the situation.
It's a basic way to connect over routines.
Shared experiences.
Okay, now we're getting into exchanging more specific info, starting with finances.
Money talk.
Yeah. We hear, how much money do you have? I have $20. And then questions about costs.
Right. How much does your phone cost? My phone costs $600.
Or just, how much is this? This is $100.
And even about earnings. How much are they earning? They're earning $15 an hour.
Sure.
Or more directly.
How much money do you make? I make $15 per hour. Money definitely comes up a lot in just practical day-to-day talk.
Oh, absolutely. These questions just highlight how necessary it is to discuss money sometimes. Personal funds, price of things, income.
And notice the directness again. Simple questions, straightforward number answers.
Very much so.
Following that, we get questions about what people want or need. What do you want to eat? I want to eat pizza.
A classic.
Or what do you want? I want some water, please.
And what do you want to drink? I want to drink wine.
Yeah.
These are just essential for expressing basic needs, preferences.
And notice that added please in the water one. Such a small word. Big difference in politeness.
Precisely. These are fundamental for navigating daily life, exercising, personal choice. And yes, that please with the request is key. It softens it, shows consideration.
Okay, let's move to abilities and hobbies. We hear, how many languages can you speak? I can speak 3 languages.
Which is pretty impressive.
Right. Then we get a whole series of can you questions. Can you play guitar?
No, I can't play guitar.
Can you dance salsa?
No, I can't dance salsa.
Can you sing well?
No, I can't sing well. It's interesting how comfortable the speaker is with saying no to those.
Yeah, no hesitation.
These questions explore personal skills, talents. And that directness, the honesty, and the no answers, it's common in casual chat. It's not about boasting or feeling bad, just stating facts about your abilities.
And it shows how we use can to ask about capability.
Exactly.
We also get into how people spend their free time. Like, are you a morning or evening walker?
Answer, I prefer evening walks, a preference.
Then, do you like to take photos? Which gets a, yes, I enjoy photography. So it links the liking to the actual hobby name.
Nice connection there.
And what do you like to do for fun? I like to play video games.
These kinds of questions help us understand someone's personality a bit more, don't they?
Definitely. They move beyond just the basic facts and get into personal interests, how someone finds enjoyment, relaxation, builds a more rounded picture.
And speaking of relaxation, there's a really important one for well-being. How do you relax?
And the answer? I relax by reading a book. Simple, common.
Yeah, everyone has their own way to unwind.
Absolutely. And understanding how someone relaxes can offer insights into their lifestyle, how they manage stress. It's a more personal question. Can lead to deeper connection if people are open.
Okay, let's talk time and the calendar. Essential for organizing our lives, right?
Couldn't live without it.
We have what day is today? Today's Monday. Then what time is it now? It's 11 a.m.
And what is today's date? Today is June 1st.
And it's worth noting, the video says today is Monday. But for you listening right now, that's probably not the actual day. Yes, that's a crucial reminder. Context is everything. While these are fundamental questions, the answers are always tied to that specific moment.
They help us orient ourselves, coordinate with others.
Exactly.
We also get questions about specific dates, like, when is your birthday? My birthday is on July 22nd.
Personal milestones.
And then about daily routines. What time do you sleep? I sleep at 12 p.m.
Wait, 12 p.m., midday nap or midnight?
Good catch. The transcript says p.m., which would be noon. Might be a typo in the source, or maybe they mean midnight and should say a.m. But later it asks, what time do you go to bed? I go to bed at 9 p.m.
Okay, 9 p.m. makes more sense for bedtime.
And when do you usually get up? I usually get up at 6 a.m. These give us a snapshot of someone's daily schedule, their habits.
Yeah. They explore the rhythm of daily life, reveal quite a bit about habits, lifestyle. The specific times give concrete details.
Okay, moving into relationships now. And personal life. Questions about family.
Always a common topic.
How many siblings do you have? I have 3 siblings. How old is your brother? My brother is 20 years old.
What is his name? His name is John. Getting specific.
Then, do you have pets? The answer is, yes, I have a dog, but then later it says, I have 2 cats.
Huh? Little inconsistency there, which honestly feels quite natural for conversation sometimes. A bit fluid, unscripted.
That's true. Also, do you have a family? Yes, I have a small family. And what does your father do? My father is a banker.
So these questions delve into personal connections, family structure, give insights into close relationships.
We also see questions about friends, acquaintances. Do you know Matilda? Yes, she is my friend.
And the simpler version, do you know her? Yes, I know her.
Yeah.
These help us understand someone's social circle.
Yeah, builds a picture of their social life, their community connections. Now, this next part of the video takes a bit of a turn. It gets quite personal, maybe even a little flirtatious.
Ooh. Do you have any boyfriend?
Yeah.
Answer, no, I haven't. Followed immediately by, will you be my boyfriend? Wow, okay. That's direct.
Very. Then come more personal inquiries. Do you think I'm handsome? Which gets it, yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Then, do you think I'm stupid? And the answer is maybe, but I'm not sure.
Ooh, that's an awkward one. An uncertain answer there.
Yeah. Then, who do you think you are? I think I'm an innocent girl. And do you think I'm to blame? No, you're innocent.
Interesting framing there, with innocence and blame.
Then, what do you want? And the answer, I want to be your wife.
Whoa, escalated quickly again.
Right. And finally, do you think I'm fat? Answer, no, you look great. Which echoes the earlier, how do I look? Answer.
This whole sequence,
Yeah.
it really highlights how fast conversations can shift into very personal, even romantic territory.
Definitely.
And it also underscores the social risks.
Yeah.
Right? Asking and answering such direct questions, that uncertain answer to, do you think I'm stupid, is particularly interesting. Shows vulnerability.
Yeah, vulnerability about how others see our intelligence, our social standing.
For sure.
Okay, definitely a shift there. Let's shift gears again. Back to more practical things, possessions and location.
Okay, grounded again.
Can I use your phone? Yes, you can use my phone. Shows willingness to share.
Politeness, trust.
Then, is this your book? Yes, this is my book. Confirming ownership. And where is my phone? Your phone is on the bench. A very practical, where is my stuff question.
These address common, everyday scenarios. Personal belongings, where they are. Essential for shared spaces, lending, borrowing.
And then the question about finding something. Where did you find this? I found it in the park.
Knowing the origin, sometimes helpful for context. Right. Might lead to another story.
Could do. Okay, let's delve into motivation and feelings now. We have, what makes you happy?
And the answer, spending time with friends makes me happy. Reveals a key source of joy.
Connection.
Lovely answer.
Yeah.
And the general inquiry, how do you feel? I feel good, thank you. Standard polite check-in.
Yeah. Exploring what brings happiness gives deeper understanding of values, priorities, and how do you feel can be a formality, but sometimes it can open the door to more genuine sharing.
Exactly, if the context feels right.
We also have, why are you smiling? I am smiling because I'm happy. A direct link. Outward expression, internal feeling.
Clear connection.
And the simple question about a basic need. Are you hungry now? Yes, I am a little hungry.
These questions explore that link between internal states, feelings, needs, and how they get expressed or asked about.
Then we see expressions of liking things. Do you like it here? Gets a really enthusiastic, I love it here.
Big affirmation there.
Do you like cooking? Yes, I love cooking. Shows passion. Do you like to travel? Yes, I like to travel. A common interest.
Very relatable.
And why did you choose this? I chose this because I like it. A simple justification based on preference.
And notice the range in those responses, from just yes to I love it. Shows different levels of enthusiasm.
Good point. It adds nuance.
Definitely. These questions help understand preferences, what brings pleasure.
We also see expressions of dislike. Do you smoke? No, I don't like smoking. Clear personal choice.
And do you have a tattoo? No, I don't like tattoos. Another preference stated.
Establishes personal boundaries, preferences. Important to understand socially, right? Avoid assumptions.
Absolutely. Avoid causing discomfort.
And then addressing fear. Are you afraid of snakes? Yes, I am very afraid of snakes. A specific phobia.
Very common one, too.
And simply, Are you afraid? No, I am not afraid. More general.
These questions touch on vulnerabilities, fears, reveal a more personal, emotional aspect.
Okay, moving to communication difficulties and requests. We hear, do you hear me? And the response, sorry, repeat again.
Ah, yes, the classic communication breakdown moment. Happens all the time.
Totally. It highlights how important clear communication is and what to say when you need repetition politely.
Absolutely. A polite request like, sorry, could you repeat that? Or even just sorry is essential for understanding.
We revisit a polite request too. What do you want? I want some water, please.
There's that please again. Key for politeness.
Then a more direct ask for help. What do you need, actually? I need your help.
And the agreement. Will you do me a favor? Of course. Asking for and offering help. Fundamental social glue.
Yeah. Demonstrates directness, but also politeness when seeking assistance. And that, of course, is such a positive signal.
It really is cooperation.
Let's touch on travel and experiences. How many countries have you visited? I've visited 5 countries.
Sharing personal history. Opens the door for travel talk.
And have you ever tried surfing? No, I haven't tried surfing. Asking about past experiences, trying new things.
Also, is this your first time here?
Yes.
Yes, this is my first time here. Common question in new places, new situations.
Yeah, these explore someone's background, their openness to new things, familiarity with a place, often springboards for more chat. Okay, regarding health and well-being, we have, are you allergic to anything? No, I'm not allergic to anything.
Important information, especially around food or shared environments.
Definitely. And are you sick? Yeah, I get a slight cold. Sharing a current health thing.
Relatable.
Also, questions about habits. How often do you exercise? I exercise 3 times a week.
And how many hours do you sleep? I sleep for 7 hours. Touching on lifestyle, health maintenance.
Yeah, these cover important aspects of well-being. Allergies, current state, lifestyle habits impacting health.
All crucial pieces.
In the realm of tech and modern life, there's a very specific desire expressed. Do you have everything? Answer. No, I need an Apple iPhone 16 Pro Max.
That is specific. Someone knows what they want.
Clearly. Also, are you on Facebook? Yes, I am on Facebook, asking about social media presence.
Standard question these days.
Can I take your picture? Yes, you can take my picture. Asking permission to capture memories. So common now.
Absolutely. Consent is key.
And why did you start a blog? To share my experiences about online activities, motivation.
Yeah, these questions just reflect how integrated tech is now. Gadgets, online presence, sharing experiences digitally.
It's all part of daily life. Okay, moving to education and profession. Where do you work? I work at a bank.
What is your job? My job is as a teacher.
What is her profession? Her profession is a doctor. Fundamental questions about what people do, their role.
Essential for understanding someone's daily life, their place in society.
We also hear about education. What did you study? I studied at Harvard University.
Prestigious background mentioned there.
And career aspirations. What's your dream job? I want to be a pilot.
Aiming high.
And the desire for financial success comes up again. What do you want to do? I want to earn a lot of money.
Followed by, do you want money? Yes, I want money for shopping. A practical reason.
And an enthusiastic, do you want to be rich? Yes, of course.
Ambitions, goals, often key topics. These explore professional identity, education, future aspirations, career, finances. Reveals priorities.
We also see quite a few why questions, seeking reasons, explanations.
Yes, the why questions. Crucial for depth.
Why do you study English? I study English to improve my skills. Direct, logical.
Why are you late? I had car trouble. Common excuse or reason.
Why did you call? I called to check on you. Shows care, concern.
Why do you ask me? Because he is a liar. Revealing suspicion there. Motivation.
Yeah. Why did you buy a new car? My old car broke down. Practical reason for a purchase.
And revisiting, why did you choose this? I chose this because I like it. Simple preference again.
These why questions are so important for getting the motivations behind actions, aren't they?
Indeed. They're crucial for gaining deeper understanding, getting context. They prompt explanations, reveal underlying reasons for choices, feelings, behaviors.
Okay, finally, let's look at logistics and planning. Where should we meet? Let's meet at the cafe, suggesting a location.
Followed by practical details. What time does it open? It opens at 9 a.m.
Then distance. How far is it? It's about 5 kilometers away.
Waiting time. How long have you waited? I have waited for 30 minutes. Addresses time passage.
Departures, schedules. Are you going home? Yes, I am going home. And what time do you go home? I go home at 7 p.m.
And suggesting shared plans. Can we go together? Yes, we can go together.
These cover all those practical bits of coordinating, planning events, locations, schedules, essential for making arrangements, navigating life together.
Definitely.
We have just a couple more relationship-focused ones near the end. Are you married or single? I'm single. Marital status.
Direct question, direct answer.
And this one's kind of charming. Do you talk to your dog? Yes, sometimes, but not always.
Huh. A nice little detail about interacting with pets. Adds personality, realism.
It does. And some final questions on skills and abilities. Do you know how to drive? Yes, I have completed a driving course.
Indicating a learned skill, even giving a little detail about the course.
And can you speak any other languages? Yes, I speak Spanish. Expanding on multilingualism again.
Rounds out the picture of personal abilities, experiences, different kinds of skills.
And a quick one on preferences. Who is your favorite singer? My favorite singer is Taylor Swift.
Personal taste coming through.
Plus asking permission. Can I try this? Yes, you can try this. Common request.
Yeah. Expressing favorites, seeking permission, everyday interactions. Navigate preferences, respect boundaries.
Lastly, looking ahead to the future. When will she come? She will come in 15 minutes. Future event, time frame.
And intentions. What do you want to say to Lisa? I want to tell her something.
Shows that forward-moving nature of conversation, right? Looking ahead, planning, expressing intentions towards others.
Exactly.
So, as we wrap this up, what are the big takeaways from this deep dive into these fundamental questions and answers?
Well, I think we've seen that basic English conversation really centers around, greetings, sharing core personal details.
Right, discussing daily lives.
Expressing likes and needs, handling the practical stuff like time, location, plans. It's really the essential groundwork, the foundation for more complex communication later.
Exactly. And for you listening, we really hope this exploration, going through these common exchanges, has maybe shown you how understanding these building blocks can really boost your confidence.
Confidence in both understanding and speaking English. It's all about getting comfortable with these fundamental interactions first.
Yeah. And remember, this wasn't about complicated grammar rules or obscure vocabulary.
Not at all. It was about the core elements of how we connect, how we communicate in just everyday situations.
So here's a final thought maybe to chew on. As you go about your day, or maybe when you're watching English TV or movies, pay attention to those simple conversations happening around you. Which of these basic questions or topics seem to pop up most often?
Or maybe on the flip side, which of these make you feel a little less sure about how you'd respond?
Yeah. Thinking about those points can be a really useful guide as you continue your own English language journey.